Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. As you can tell, we are in my place of work with the starlet. Today we're going to do a whole bunch of things. Obviously the first thing I want to do is get the back wheels off and tear down the brake hubs to see what is causing it to be like locked on all the time. And then I think we're going to deal with the oil leak because that's also an MOT fail. And we're just going to do a general check on the car because it's going in for MOT next week, hopefully. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so guys, it's so nice to have this car up on the ramps because I can get a solid look at everything. Obviously, here is where the oil leak is. You can see that the oil filter is corroded. I can see that a bit more now that I'm obviously underneath it. Didn't have the camera on it then. But yeah, you can see that it's corroded right here, and that's mainly where it's leaking from. All this is just where the oil has fallen down and gone all over the freaking oil pan. But I know I said to you guys that I was gonna, before I do the oil change and the oil filter and everything, I was gonna try and take the engine out and give it a good clean. But I think because I'm getting it MOT'd, I'm just gonna do an oil change and oil filter change. I'm not quite sure on what we're doing with the car yet. I'll explain that a little bit later on, but I might just give a panel a wet sand and then try polish it because I've got my polisher in my car in the old ST that's hiding out there. But we'll see how things go. First of all, what I want to do is lower it down a bit, get this wheel off. The handbrake's not even on at the minute and it's not in gear either, and this wheel is very fucking hard to turn. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take both rear wheels off and start stripping. So yeah, anyway, as you just seen, this one's free, but this one is not. This one is on there rock solid. I don't know why it's gotten so seized all of a sudden. There we go. I had it moving then. Right, let's set you up here. This one is now off, and as you can see, doesn't spin nowhere near as much as the other one. Now I've got to try and get this thing off. So I'm going to give that a blast and I will get back to you when that is all apart. Guys, both hubs are off. Obviously this side, one's down there and the other one's here. They're both off. This one, perfectly fine. Is working fine. Hub came off perfectly fine. Bearing is still intact. Obviously my other bearing's still intact too. But the side that we thought was seized is obviously, let me explain. Right, so basically everything in here is working. Everything, we've obviously got the cylinder and then all of that is working. They all spring backwards and forwards like they should. The only part that's not working is this little cable that's running through here. Let me get this phone to focus. Yeah, this little cable that's running through here. As you can see at the back here, if I pull on this, nothing is happening in the hub. So what we're thinking is, right in there is where it's seized in. So it's not moving at all. Right at the back here, it's not moving at all. So it's either going to be me getting this out and trying to get it loosened up, or it's going to be a whole new brake cable, which is going to cost about 30 quid, I reckon. But we'll see how it goes. Another bad point about this side, bearing is fucked. Bearing is in pieces here. So probably going to have to get a new bearing too. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by tearing at this part and seeing if I can loosen up the handbrake cable at all, and see how far we get with that. So I shall get back to you once that is all done. We are back at the last shot that you saw. Obviously we knew that the little spring bit here was the problem. Obviously that's the end of the handbrake cable, and what it seems to be doing is pulling all the way forward. When you pull the handbrake up, pulls all the way forward, and then it won't go all the way back. So I'm not entirely sure what the problem is. I'm still in the process of trying to sort it. I don't know. I'm slowly loosening it up. It's getting better and better as I go along, but I'm not sure what to do next. I think what I'm gonna have to do is try and get some. I'm showing my little cut on my finger and not the actual what I'm meant to be showing, but try and get some WD-40 or something up there on the handbrake cable to sort of loosen it up so it slides in and out of the handbrake cable like it's supposed to. I'm gonna carry on trying with this. I just thought I'd update you guys and see where we are, so you guys know that is the basic problem. Long story short, if it comes to it, it's going to need a handbrake cable. This side, still fine. Alright guys, quick little update. This side is all back on. Free as anything. It's all freed up. I've put obviously lube all in the handbrake and stuff. Other side on the other hand, the other side, yeah, I can't even get the hub back on. It's like proven to be impossible. Woohoo! Fan just fell on me. But yeah, this hub don't seem to want to go back on. And this is the hub that came off fine, wasn't seized at all. I'm stuck with it. I've tried to push the fucking shoes in. I've tried everything. I've tried. The handbrake is all the way off. I just don't know. Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Okay, so guys, after a lot of butt sweat and greasy shit, both hubs are back on and spinning freely. The only thing I've got to do now is go into the car, pull the handbrake up 4 or 5 notches, and then adjust the two hubs, which is through this little grommet here, which you can't really see because my hand's in the way, but there's a grommet here where you can adjust the tensioner for both hubs separately. So what I'll do is I'll tighten everything up the top and then come back down to the bottom and see how tight these get with the handbrake being up 4 or 5 notches, and then I'll just tighten them up the rest of the way down here. So when you loosen the handbrake, they go loose, and when you put it up 4 or 5 notches, they come tight again. So I'm going to do that, and I will update you once all that's done, and then we're going to jump on to doing the oil change, I think. So guys, I think both hubs are loose at the moment, and I think my best option is to, I probably wasn't even showing the hubs then, but I think my best option is to leave it how it is and just make sure the handbrake doesn't get pulled up, make sure it gets left in gear when it's all parked up, and it won't seize up, hopefully. And then I'm gonna get a new brake cable, handbrake cable, and fit it at some point during the week or something, or next weekend. But I think for now, I'm gonna put all the back wheels back on. We're gonna empty the oil out, take the oil filter off, and then put the new oil in and do the oil filter so we stop the leak, hopefully. So I'm going to jump into that now. We'll see how that gets on when I put the wheels back on and actually start driving the car. But anyway, let's get to doing what I said. Ooh. There we go. Like, Perfect. It's got a magnetic end on it too. I think most of them have that, but still. It's off. Right, it's drained. So now I just got to put that glove that I just took off and put back on to get the oil filter off. Lovely and black. Good job we're changing it. Right, anyway, let's get that oil filter out. I'm trying to film this one-handed here. Probably should have took the camera out of the mount thing, but I can just about get to it. Oh shit. I better put the pot under there, just in case. Fucking hell, how long's the thread on this? Ooh. No oil spillages. I guess it's because of the way it was sat on the engine. We shall stick that down at there. And we're going to clean up the surface, and I'm going to screw the new one on quickly before any dirt and shit gets in there. Right, back in a minute, guys. Oil filter is in. Sump plug is now about to go in. Oh, it's leaked oil again. Oh, let's just wipe this shit up before I put the seal back on. Don't even know if I'm filming the correct bit at the minute. Nope. Right. Right, that's up finger tight, and now I'm gonna get a ratchet on it. And do that up. Like that. Doesn't need to be up really tight, and hopefully we won't get no leaks from it. Right, let's give it a shot. Hopefully we don't get no leaks from the oil filter again, and hopefully we don't need to get a new sump plug because it's leaking, but it's not at the moment. We'll test it when we got the oil in. So guys, I haven't got a clue how much oil this engine needs, but I'm just going to be safe and put 3 litres in. Check the oil stick, leave it 2 minutes, check the oil stick, and if it needs topping up or if it needs emptying, then we'll do that. Oh, it's a really slow filling one too. Come on, speed up. Ooh. So right there, we've just literally put a litre in. Right, that's just about 3. So I'm going to let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to check the oil stick. Right, let's get this cloth and let's check the oil. Give that a little wipe. Let's see what the magical stick says. Put that in. Let's see what it says. That is saying full. It's on the full line exactly. Don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. There you go. Perfect. It's on the full line. Maybe a little bit over, but that'll be alright because the oil filter will take that away. I'm going to have to top this up anyway. But yeah. Perfect. Right, so it's running now. While that's running, I am going to quickly shove the back wheels on. She drives. Fucking finally, without binding and looking like she's squatting at the rear end. But I think before we chuck it in for an MOT, we definitely need to sort out that handbrake cable. And then, I don't know, we'll go from there. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I've got to tidy up all the mess that I've made. Make sure you check out Autovision, because it's where I work, and I'm sure if you want anything done we can sort something out for you. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit the like button, and I will see you in my next video, guys.